So it's like, where's Miles though? Like
That part.
That don't make
That
sense.
part. No, because like we've been asking. How long have we been asking for a live action Miles Morales?
I mean, for a little while now.
I mean, like number one, you gonna have a now. Don't disrespect to the actresses or the characters. I would love a Gwen, Spider Gwen. I would love a Black Cat. Fun fact: Black Cat was actually in. She was actually in Andrew Garfield's Spider Man. You remember the assistant that worked at Oscorp, that lady?
Yeah.
That was Black Cat.
Oh.
She just never, like, you know, in superhero movies where they have the people in the movie, but they just never get to them. But, you know, you have their origin. Like, you remember the dude, I forget his name, but even his name turned into like a question or something in that territory. But in Batman, uh, Dark Knight, you remember the dude that was threatening to expose him?
Yeah.
And the dude was Lucius was like, so you mean to tell me this dude beats up strong ass people at night, and you want to blackmail this dude? Think that over.
Yeah.
I don't think you want, but yeah, that was Riddler.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, normally with superhero movies, you gotta watch for those like tiny little Easter eggs. That's why I'll be looking at license plates and names, you know. But yeah, that what you said was true. Like, where's Miles? Like, no disrespect, but bring Miles in.
And then they also say too, though, like it's a conspiracy theory, so that Miles actually was in the movie in some form or fashion.
No, Miles is confirmed to be in the MCU Spider Verse.
Yeah,
because you remember his Childish Gambino played his uncle.
Yeah,
the Prowler.
Yeah.
And like there was actually a deleted scene where he calls him by name. His hand is on the car. He's like, "Yo, Miles, yeah, I ain't gonna make it."
Oh yeah, I remember that part. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. So we know Miles is in the universe. They're probably, because I heard they're trying to wait until like Spider-Man is in college, which he's college age. So we might get him next movie. Or they could be doing what they're like. You remember how they did Spider-Man origin story? The little boy that Iron Man saved with the Iron Man helmet on. Yeah, they took that as okay. That was Spider-Man at a young age. You know, so they could be just
do it somewhere.
Yeah, they could be doing something like that. But the only thing, and not to, I know we talking about Miles and Sony and not on the movie, but one thing I want is a Miles origin story. This is the first live action Miles we getting. We didn't need a Peter Parker origin story, even though it was confirmed that his origin story was the same. Because remember, we never got an origin story in the beginning, but I want a Miles Morales origin.
I mean, honestly, in the Spider-Verse, so that pretty much was telling his origin story, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't live action.
No, it wasn't live action. But I'm saying though, like, how they doing it, it depends on what they trying to do for it. Are they doing it like they did it in the Spider-Verse one, or are they doing it to where like
Marvel can do? I see Marvel doing their own version.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying though. I see them doing it either like this. They're doing it more so like it was on the Marvel Spider-Man video game one, where it's like they're in the same universe, but Peter's not dead. He's working together and all sorts of stuff whatnot, or they do it like they did in the Spider-Verse kind of thing. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
You know, that or they try to do it with the Ultimate Spider-Man kind of thing where it's like, oh, he's from another universe type shit. Well, since they did do it to where he's in the same universe, I see them more so like probably going more so with Peter not being dead kind of scenario.
Yeah. But like I said, Emma Watson as Spider-Gwen, it's kind of a love-hate relationship with me because there's some roles that you play that's so iconic until, that's all they know. Like, say for instance, I didn't want to see Ariana Grande as Megan Hercules because the only thing I'm going to be seeing is Ariana Grande as Megan Hercules. Like if I see Emma Watson and Spider-Gwen, yeah, I'm going to love her. She was my little crush when Harry Potter came out. But at the same time, I'm going to be like, dang, Hermione, you done graduated from Hogwarts and got bit by a spider. You know, that's how it's going to
I
look.
just wonder how you would react. So if it wasn't Emma Watson, so it was Ariana Grande, how the hell you feel?
I would be conflicted as well. I would be conflicted as well.
Because I'll imagine the man saying, man, what would be the case if Ariana Grande was Spider Gwen instead?
Yeah, I would.
Like, how would you react to that?
Shoot, that would be the Ariana Grande movie. Like, oh, Ariana Grande got bit by a spider. Yeah, but
the thing about it is that Spider Gwen's whole origin story, so it's really conflicted. Really,
what do you mean?
I mean, like, because her origin story goes in like very different ways. Some say she got her powers due to the whole like event thing or whatever that was going on with Spider-Man and Miles and all that stuff, and then others could be to where it's like the Spider Girl kind of thing where she did get bit by a spider. And all sorts of stuff. Like I said, Spider Girl and Spider Gwen's origin story is kind of different.
And also, so we know Emma Watson is in talks to play Spider Gwen, but for Black Cat, who I gotta put my hands together like this, one of my favorite actresses of this generation. You know what, Nas, bump that. I'm gonna go as far to say my favorite actress, one of my favorite actresses, The Witch, Queen's Gambit, Peaky Blinders, Anya Taylor-Joy has been rumored to play Black Cat. Now that's something that I would love. She got legs for days too.
I get that though, but Black Cat is known for, trickery and then sex appeal. And when it comes down to,
she's sexy.
To your opinion.
Well, she has a unique look. Like, she's not ugly by any means.
I'm not saying she's ugly.
But she has this, like, throwback 1960s New York look. Why you laughing?
Because you said throwback.
Nah, she has this, like, 1985 actress. Like, like a Julie Garden. Betsy Klein type of
I get that, and I'm saying it's not bad. I just see it to where to me it don't fit Black Cat's persona.
I think she can be tricky.
I'm not saying she can't. I'm just saying it just in terms of the sex appeal part. It just don't, to me it don't scream Black Cat. It feel like this is like this. It feel like just like a beginner her. Like, this could be what she look like now, and then, like, a couple years down the road, and she like this kind of shit.
I mean, yeah, Anya Taylor she's skinny. That girl is skinny.
Yeah, and I'm like, in Black Cat, in every version I've seen her in, she always was a thick kind of girl. So that's why I'm like, her playing is like, that's cool for right now. But I feel like later on down the road kind of thing, it gotta change to a different actress where it's like, oh, she grew up, she's different now kind of thing.
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna be mad if Anya Taylor get thick whatsoever, but I'm saying she has a type of face where, number one, she's okay. We love you. I love you exactly how you are. And I really that girl. But no, it's like,
calm down.
See, my blood pressure getting all high and shit. But no, it's like I think she can pull it off. I'm not saying. Look at Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. She was skinny. She pulled off Catwoman.
Yeah, but like I said, she had that sex appeal except for where it works. Like I said, that's just my opinion.
What were you thinking about when you saw Princess Diaries?
I was thinking of the Black Cat from the Spider-Man video games.
Nah. But I mean,
honestly, if you saw the one from Spider-Man video games, would you not want that kind of Black Cat or so?
I mean, I'd take either one. I'd take either one.
Yeah.
But back on the topic at hand. I hope they do get the roles. I wouldn't be mad at you.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying they don't deserve the role or whatever. They don't do it. I'm just saying, like, for Black Cat days, like, I feel like, okay, cool. That's good for the starter. Yeah. Then, like, later on,
But I feel like we're getting off the topic at hand a little bit. Back to Marvel, back to MCU. Doctor Strange got his ass kicked by Spider-Man.
Well, I would say he got played in a way.
If that was a battle, he would have got defeated.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, he definitely would.
And before we get into the battle, how cool was it? He's the first person that can float back to his body during astral projection. Not only that, but he had spider senses because he kept grabbing it, and he was like,
I, honestly, I don't know if that was really counted for spider sense. I think
that was it. It was spidey sense,
really,
but it just lets you know that his spidey sense is somehow linked to a more magical thing.
Possibly because Doctor Strange definitely was looking confused, like what the hell? This never happened before.
Like how are
like
you? How you doing this?
Yeah, because like Peter in his astral form was like, whoa, this is so exciting, while his body literally was just like, nope, nope, nope. Like keeping like doing keep away, and I was like, I said, the hell, like, cause you never seen that. Cause every time the Sorcerer Supreme always knocks a person's body out, they just like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it just shows that his spidey senses is actually more than him. You know, his spidey senses is man, yeah. So, but that battle though, like Doctor Strange brought him to the Mirrorverse, and still got his butt kicked. Yeah.
And honestly, I thought when because when he was trying to trap him or something like that, because Peter was not letting up. Like he was looking like he was fighting with the cape and everything. He was so funny as hell. He was going to two different portals, going whoop whoop whoop, and he's like, "Nah, bitch." He's like, "Yeah, give me that goddamn box right here." And then when I thought the Mirrorverse fucking smashed, I was like, "Oh shit!" But that was just one particular part.
Yeah.
And then when he got him and said, "Oh, it's all geometry. This is math." Hold on. And then trapped him in the Mirrorverse. I said, "Bruh."
Yeah, I was like,
I said, "You know what's better than magic? Math, bitch."
Right. And so, anyways, I want to talk about a scene that had me stressed. Aunt May was like, "Hey, I got Goblin. He over here stealing all the donuts." You know, and it was confirmed that Oscorp does not exist in this universe.
I didn't think so because we didn't see Harry.
Yeah. Well, you know how like in Easter eggs they give you some buildings or whatnot, but yeah, like Oscorp does not exist, and but his house does. Coincidentally, he was like, "Somebody's in my house." I was like, "Hold on, who in your house?" But yeah, so you know there is a house, but he was like, I'm scared. I don't know, like I don't know what's going on, and his mom was like, "You need to help these people." And he was like, "Well, it's not my problem. They're not even from this universe." And she was like, "This is not what we do. We need to help these people." And I was like, they chose their lives. You're doing too much.
I mean, it was real talk though. It's like they chose their fate to what brought into this point. So it's kind of like, why the hell should I be Dr. Phil up in this bitch and try to fix them?
Yeah. Now, one scene that I think doesn't make sense was, why would he bring all those villains to that apartment? I mean, I get it. They were on one accord. Like, they had actually agreed to do it. So he felt comfortable. Like, oh, well, they on board. So, but still, man, all them villains, like, come on now, Peter.
It wasn't the smartest idea. But like I said, I guess he thought since they were on the same accord or whatever, they was like, well, I guess we could do it from here. You know, because I don't think the laboratory had the equipment necessary to do it from there. Yeah. So I think that was the best option they had.
Pretty much. And so, Aunt May was like, "Yeah, fix him." So he was trying to fix him. And if you notice in the beginning, Dr. Octavius and Goblin called each other by their last names. Yeah. But when they were working together side by side, they called them by their first names. And I was like, "Oh, look at the scientists bonding," you know?
I mean, because, at the end of the day, you took the villain stuff out of it. They're both scientists that know each other. Yeah. So
now there's two favorite scenes I have. There's the one scene where they do the one shot where Aunt May and Happy, we saw them having a fling. By the way, another funny thing is Aunt May left the room because he thought MJ and Peter were getting it on. And he was like, Peter, this is MJ. And then she busted in there like, oh, hey, girl, what's happening?
Well, no. It was no. It was more so like when they came, like I said, when they came in and thought that they were doing it, it was like, oh, you protection, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, wait, no, this is MJ. She's like, hey, girlfriend. I was like, what the fuck, MJ? Like, goddamn.
I was like, what if they were still doing it? Yeah. But I love one shot scenes in the right case. And this was like a one shot scene. It made everything look more realistic. I like that.
Yeah, it was funny.
And I also like the scene where first time we ever got to see real Spidey senses. I know what some of y'all are thinking. Oh, we got to see Spidey senses before. I
was like, not really.
Not really, because we just saw some slow-mo shit.
Yeah, because to me, it's like, we got more of the Spidey sense stuff more with Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man.
Yeah, and even that was just slow-mo,
Well, yeah, but you could tell that it was the Spidey sense thing, too, though, at the same time.
But with this one, we stayed in there for a couple of seconds at least. Because he was walking around, he was like, what's going on? And the reason why this scene is so good, not only did it have the Spidey sense, you didn't know what to expect. Like, they tricked you. Because you had policemen coming, you had sirens, you had all these combustible elements, these combustible villains.
But yeah, he definitely had a whole, I feel a disturbance in the forest kind of feeling. Because when that happened, I said, ooh, we're about to go down. But I knew it had nothing to do with the sirens. So I knew it was a lot of variables going around, though, but I knew it wasn't involving the sirens and all that stuff. Because I'm like, because Spider-Man always seen sirens, though, but he never had Spidey sense. His Spidey senses always go off when some sneaky and dramatic or drastic is about to happen. So that's why, I knew, somebody about to pull some sneaky shit.
Yeah, but see, for me, I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was honestly the policeman, because I heard him say the policeman was on their way. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, it might be the cops. What did you think it was?
Like I said, I believe it was somebody trying to pull some sneaky shit. Because like I said, his
so you knew it was probably somebody in there.
Yeah, because like I said before, his spidey senses always go off when something drastic and sneaky is about to happen. Like for example, when Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, when Doc Ock threw the car behind him, he didn't know nothing. He didn't have that feel. He knew that a car was coming. He just knew something big about to happen. You said how about that whole slow-mo thing, but that's how his spider sense worked in Tobey Maguire's thing. Yeah. He was like you just saw the whole scenes this part happening. It's like so that's what I said. That's why I feel like it wasn't doing the sirens. It had to do some sneaky shit, and that's literally what happened. Doc Ock throwing a damn car right behind him and such. Like, spider sense tingling. Gotta move.
Yeah. And let's see. But yeah, that scene was hardcore. And the Goblin, man. He was, I thought that nigga had me thinking I was watching Batman for a minute. I was like, Spider-Man ain't ready for this one.
Well, like I said, man, Goblin was on some Joker shit.
Yeah, because he was like, we don't need fixing. We're gods, man. We good. And it's funny because, all the time I was looking, I was like, oh, May, get the hell out of there. And so he was like, they were fighting. And it's funny because I think the lizard knew or either could feel it because, Spidey got Spidey sense, Lizard got Lizard sense. So he probably, because in the scene, the minute Spidey-Man got the Spidey sense, he was like, something's about to go down.
I mean, I get that. I don't necessarily know how, because like I said, I felt like Lizard was this agent of chaos. So
but how did he know?
Well, he knew how. Honestly, I mean, since they're both from different universes.
At first, I thought it was because they kind of talked to each other,
but
they were in the back of they were in the back of that van.
Yeah.
So if they were to talk to each other, the other people would have knew.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I think it was just his lizard sense.
Yeah, like I said, he's an agent of chaos and such. So like he had a feeling, but like I knew for a fact that they were talking. I'm looking like if they did talk and such, it like the other villains would have heard that shit.
Exactly.
and you know that's why I was saying like he just knew that something was gonna go down, or if anything, he knew that well, yeah, it pretty much could be like a lizard sense. So because he knew that Green Goblin was gonna let it die down like that and all sorts of stuff. And man, like I said, when he got caught, he said, "Ooh, that's a handy ability right there." I was like, I said, "God damn."
Peter. Can Spidey come out to play? Like I was like, oh snap. And if you notice, his scene is very symbolic because when he had his mask on the trash talking to it, when he smashed it, it was still laughing, and it was a little foreshadowing that this ain't over.
Oh yeah,
and also I feel like it just morphed into him.
Yeah,
and like say for instance, it was symbolic to when Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, left his Spidey suit in the trash and walked away. But yeah, man, shoot, Goblin came to play.
Yeah, he freaking power drive Peter through 3 floors. 3 floors. Eating all of Peter's punches and all that stuff while smiling. Like I said, he was on some joker shit.
And then he was like, well, Peter, you helped me, so you tried to change me, so here's my time to change you. And for some reason, Aunt May was still there. I would have got my tail out of the house. And first of all, it's all Aunt May's fault. I hate to be that guy, but if she wouldn't have told Peter, let's fix him, granted, he fixed him, but still, like, that was some dangerous stuff.
I get that, but still, like, come on now. Now, at first I thought you was going to say it was her fault for being there, trying to help Peter out when Goblin was about to finish his ass off. Like, when they literally crashed down all the way down to the bottom lobby floor and all this other stuff.
And it was funny because she tried to notice he switched when he was trying to work on the serum. So, and the serum that he did get was a fake. So she tried to do him with the serum, but he was like, you thought that would work? I ain't gonna let you get me. And then he knocked the crap out of her with his glider. And then he threw a bomb at Peter. And I was like...
No. He tried to throw it at Mayor, so he tried to finish her off or whatever, because the glider, knocked the wind out of her ass. I was like, God damn, I thought her whole body was going to get dismangled or some shit, or she was going to be like how he died or so. Had her
that's what I thought.
I was like, damn! I swear I thought that I saw that. I was about to say, damn, he going wrong! Like, oh my God, no!
Man, I'm telling you.
Yo, Goblin, chill.
Yeah, and so, anyways, when it was I knew it was over. I knew it was over the minute he stood up. But I love how this is Peter's version of Uncle Ben. This is the MCU version of Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
And for those who are wondering if Uncle Ben did show up, he is referenced, but just in a clip. Spidey has his briefcase. So he does have Uncle Ben, but he already died.
What, did he though?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's not there.
Yeah, I know he's not there, but I feel like they never did explain.
They hinted at it.
They hinted?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because apparently a lot of people missed that, because a lot of these reviews I've been watching, shout out to two awesome guys, two awesome men. Mm-hmm. We have a friend whose network YouTube channel is Two Awesome Men. Check them out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, with Two Awesome Men, they even said it. And I was like, nah, he existed. They alluded to it.
Yeah, no, I know that part, but I'm just saying they never truly put it on there saying that he died or whatever. Because honestly, I thought they made it to where Uncle Ben was he was together with Maydo, but they just split it off.
Nah,
and went well then what the fuck? Then why did this one here become another Uncle Ben moment? You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's if he died, then
the reason why this became an Uncle Ben moment is because we never got to see it. So this is his version instead of Uncle Ben is Aunt May.
damn, ain't that messed up?
Yeah, so both of his parents, like both of them, and he like she gets to say to him the words that every Spider-Man is the right patches, and you notice she says the correct one. She says, "With great power also comes great responsibility."
It's just, to me, I get that part, but it's like it's still the same shit.
It's the same thing.
It's the same shit. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. But
this is how you say also. Like,
yeah,
like
but she was like, I knew it was over, and that's another scene I like because I like how they left it suspenseful. It wasn't just she laying over there dead. It was I just need to catch my breath. I just need to catch my breath.
Man, nah, because that part killed me though. That part killed me because you thought. Because, like I said, when Green Goblin threw the bomb at May trying to fix her off or whatever, he stopped it. He jumped, hit it towards him to where he took most of the blow, and she didn't get hit by it. So he pretty much took the whole full blunt to the bomb and stuff, but he didn't die. Just knocked the wind out of his ass. Yeah. And then when he left, you thought that, okay, everything good. She got up. And you thought, okay, she a little beat up. She all well and good. We can take her to a hospital and such, and we all Gucci. Man, when she freaking fell, I said, no, because she walking in, she was like, I was like, no.
he said she slumped like, hold on, do it again.
Like, it was like, she was like, okay, I'm good, and it's like,
yeah.
I was like, no. And then when he checked and saw the blood, I said, nigga, no.
Yeah.
I was like, no. And then y'all ass got up and left when that part was about to happen.
You were like, where you going? I said, I ain't about to watch this again. I gotta go to the restroom.
And I said, nigga, I told you to go before we saw the movie. I was like, what the hell?
But hold on, how am I gonna go when I got a whole popcorn and drink in my hand? Like, I don't want to take that to the restroom.
I don't know. That's why I was looking at you like, what you doing?
Yeah, but I don't understand why people take their like popcorn and drink to the restroom. Like, that's unsanitary.
I don't know.
But anyways, that's either here or there. Don't take your drink to the restroom, kid. Unless it's yours, then, because I like to eat in the restroom sometimes. It's my happy place. But anyways, back to the next scene, where Ned and MJ are in the room. They trying to find Spider-Man. Now, a lot of people knew beforehand because you got a lot of, you got a lot of that, but I didn't know. I thought it was actually their Spider-Man. And so he was like, find Spider-Man. He did the whoa with it. He said Spider-Man.
Well, he said Spider-Man, find Peter. He did kind of both.
Yeah. And
he had Dr. Strange's little ring, which allowed him to actually have magic.
Yeah, because there was a scene where he was like, I think I might have magic because sometimes my fingers get to tingling, and he was like, you should see a physician.
Yeah. But then when he found out that he actually could open up a portal, he's like,
Like, and he didn't even say nothing else. He was like, did you just open up a portal? Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Okay.
But no, when like I said, when they were trying to find Peter and such and get the portal, and that little scene, like, you thought that actually was him because he's like he was in an alleyway or something like that.
Yeah.
Ran up. It was goddamn Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Theater erupted. Yep. We were like, let's go.
Yep.
Let's go.
And they had a little comedy thing or so with that. It was like,
yeah, they were like, prove you're Spider-Man.
And I'm like,
and he was like, I literally just did.
Yeah, like he literally just sticked himself to the wall. I'm like,
yeah,
there you go. There's nothing else to say at this point.
Yeah, and then he was like, again, find me Peter Parker. Then Tobey Maguire came through.
That theater erupted more than they did for Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, let's go. Woo!
Yeah, you already know. And I like how when they first saw each other, they automatically had like a combative, like,
Yeah, they had a little combative battle. It was like flipping and all sort of shit. I said, what the hell? I said, why? My first thought was like, why were they fighting?
Yeah, apparently, I don't know. Apparently, they might have like had this happen before when they came into another met another Spidey person, so they already was on fleek or something like that.
Nah, man. I'm saying neither one of them has ever fought against a
Well,
Spider
you don't
person.
know because their universe is still going on, so you don't know what happened.
No, I get that. I just feel like I guess that moment I guess say spiders kind of like you know how some spiders when they face against each other kind of like
Yeah.
all right, get their hands up kind of shit. So
Yeah.
I guess they spiders is reacting to each other like wait like
Yeah, and so they finally found Toby. I mean not Toby, but they had finally found Peter Parker, our MCU Peter Parker. And he was crying. He had just lost Aunt May. They tried to talk to him, but he didn't want to hear it. And he was like, "Hey, I lost Gwen, and hey, I lost my Aunt May and Uncle Ben too." And then he was like, "She told me with great power," he said, "comes great responsibility." And he was like, "How did you know that?" And he said, "Because my uncle told me." Well, my thing told me. And I liked their bonding moment. And
but remember the scene when they came in, like when they said we got some people that want to talk to you, and they literally was up there.
Yeah,
like,
and they were
I was like, I said, ooh,
yeah.
And they coming down doing their little Ninja Spider-Man stuff. I said, they coming in all swaggy and shit, like
yeah. And I liked the bond. Like you remember the first scene where Tobey Maguire Spider-Man did that thing with his hand, and Andrew Garfield, his Spider-Man was kind of creeped out about it a little bit.
Like you said,
and Tom Holland's Spider-Man was staring on him. He was like, anyways,
but like I said, when Tobey Maguire actually it was like both of them was looking like that came out of you.
Yeah.
Like what? He's like, y'all don't do that? No.
Yeah, and so one of my other funny scenes is when Ned goes to he goes to Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and he was like, "Do you have any other Neds in your universe? Do you have any other friends?" And he was like, "Yeah, I have a best friend. Shame he tried to kill me, then died in my arms." And he was shook.
He was.
He was like, "Here you go, Peter."
You felt the awkwardness in there. He was like, okay.
He was like, "I promise I won't turn into a supervillain and try to kill you." And
like he didn't bother even asking in Garfield one.
He was scared of his answer.
Yeah, he was like, I don't even want to know your answer.
Yeah. And that scene was hilarious. And now the problem that I have with the movie is I would have liked it to be a multiverse movie where all three Spider-Man, like Andrew and Toby, were in there earlier, but I understand why they wasn't, because at the end of the day, this was a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
What do you mean,
like I would have had them come in much sooner.
Oh, right. Yeah, so that way they've been able to bond a little bit more. And so,
but I feel like they gave us just enough. And before I forget, did you know that, I don't know if this is the highest Marvel grossing movie, but did you know this is like the highest movies in COVID times?
Mm-hmm.
Like they did regular movie numbers. So imagine if it wasn't for COVID, how many, and I don't even want to say that because the real OG Spider-Man movie fans don't give a fuck about no COVID. No. They was showing out and coming out.
Yeah.
So I don't even want to blame COVID for how they did, but you gotta throw it in there. If it wasn't for COVID, they probably would have made a little bit more money.
Oh yeah, but I mean, just for what they've done, they already said they made like MCU and Disney Plus and all this other stuff like history.
I wonder because is it of the highest grossing MCU movie? I don't think it is, but it.
I mean, I feel like to me it rivals up to Infinity War and all that.
Yeah.
At least to that.
Yeah.
So I would say give it that much.
And this has already been recorded. Like it's been confirmed as the greatest Spider-Man movie ever.
Oh yeah.
It was like a love letter to Spider-Man movies.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and it was so many I wanted to take a snapshot kind of look when they had the Spider-Man literally because they were comparing stories to each other. They're like, "Oh, I saw an alien." He was like, "You got black."
Yeah, and he was like, "Hey, I saw an alien too in space and on Earth." And they were like, "Hold on, what?"
It was like, "Yeah, wait." It's like, "Wait a minute."
He's like, "Hold on, you're not just gonna jump around the fact and pretend like you didn't say."
Yeah, hold on, man. Like you ain't gonna slide that part in and then just go leave it out. Like, wait a minute. He's like, and then Tobey Maguire was like, "I'm still on the space part. Like, you fought in space? Like, what?"
Yeah, and then they did all the memes. Like Goblin was like, "I'm somewhat of a scientist myself." You know, they did that meme.
Yeah, they did.
They did the whole like 3 Spider-Man pointing. You know, Andrew Garfield was like, "Man, you guys are awesome." And then Tobey Maguire was like, "No, you are amazing. I want you to know that right now. You are amazing." You know?
But that's what I'm saying though. Like they have such a comedy brotherly sibling thing.
Yeah,
So,
I think
like,
we got just enough Spider-Man.
I mean, yeah, because everybody knows that Tom McGuire was the big brother.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield, he's like the little. He's a little bit of the downer, middle brother. So like he cool, but he's still a bit of a downer because he was like, man, you guys are so cool. You had these adventures. I got 3 movies.
And I like how they were actually able to jump into those roles after all these years, you know. And like you remember when at the first time when they were fighting, it wasn't working out.
Yeah,
because the other 2 had never worked in a group before, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man was like, "Hey, I've done this before. I was part of the Avengers." And Tobey Maguire was like,
both of them was like,
"Yeah." Tobey Maguire was like, "That's awesome. What is it?" And then Andrew Garfield was like, "Is that a band?" Like, you know. And yeah, because Tom Holland, he has worked with a group of superheroes that all got ego, chip on their shoulders, that think they all better than each other. So he knows how to like do the thing.
Yeah, but like I said, but once they started to work together on the whole thing or so, they pulled it off. They was getting into it, and it was just like it was a family moment. Like it's something that you definitely will bring for your family, your kids, and all that stuff because like you can relate to it so much.
Yeah,
because I'm looking like, bro, if the Aunt Mays and the parents of Peter Parker saw it, they would have been happy as hell. They're like, they're my boys.
Right. But yeah, and another scene that I really, really liked was when Andrew Garfield redeemed himself.
Yeah,
by catching MJ. Like that was, oh my god! Like I fucking lost it in that theater.
Man, like I said, that part right there had a lot of people like clapping because it was so emotional.
Shoot, I was crying, and I mean, like the thing of it is,
and you could tell he. Sorry to interrupt though, but you could tell he practiced that shit.
Yeah, like I've been waiting on this. He had his stance ready and everything. Because in the beginning he tried to catch her with the web, but now he actually lunged at her, and like I didn't know what to think of that scene because I was like, Peter, no, because he was trying to get her, and then Goblin was like, yeah. And then, Andrew just saved her. And he was crying more than Mary Jane was, more than MJ was. Like, he was like, are you okay? And MJ looked at him like, nigga, are you okay? Like,
and my whole thing here is that I guess to say it was a corrective mistake kind of thing. Because when, like, say for example, when, Tobey Maguire saved MJ, he didn't do that freaking web shit that he did.
Yeah.
He actually did the first thing. He lunged.
That's exactly what I just said.
No. I'm talking about when Andrew Garfield did his.
That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I said. I said you could tell Andrew Garfield been practicing because he didn't use his web this time.
No, I said that, but Tobey Maguire didn't do that like web thing. So that's what I was saying. He actually did the lunge thing the first time.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield talk to each other and be like, "Hey man, when you give MJ and shit, you lunge. Don't do that web shit. That's like you fucked up last time."
Because he was ready, man. He was ready, and that had to be one of my favorite moments. And man, that had to be one of my favorite moments. I'm forgetful this morning. We talked about how I'm a Mary Zendaya, right? We talked about that, right?
Boy, you was gonna mention it, yes.
We talked about it.
No, you was gonna mention it.
Cause I gotta say something. I gotta prophesy real quick. Yeah. I'm not mad at Tom Holland's or Zendaya's relationship at all. I'm not mad at it at all. But the truth of the matter is, Tom, you're just a placeholder. Okay, because it's written in the stars. It's written in the stars that me and Zendaya are gonna be together. And I don't know why you putting your motherfucking hand in your motherfucking face like that's so impossible. Like me and Zendaya just can't get together. when we blow up,
there's a number of reasons. What the hell?
when we blow up, and I meet Zendaya, and we start going out together, let me take my. I gotta move out the camera for this shit. I gotta move out the camera. Let me say it again. Let me say it again. When me and Zendaya get married, when I blow up, I finally meet Zendaya, and when Zendaya and me get married, we gonna play this back.
Okay, so since we talking about that, if this nigga right here actually does land Zendaya and get married and all that stuff, I'm gonna say it right here, right now.
No, look into the camera.
I
talk
am.
To future us.
No, I am.
Because all three of us is watching this.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say it right now on camera. Doku, you the man. You proved me wrong. I was wrong. I admit that right now on camera. But if your ass don't land Zendaya and all this other shit, like I done said before, you say on camera right now that your ass is full of bullshit and you was wrong.
All right, just in case, which I'm only doing this for you because I know what they ain't gonna be.
I need the video proof though, motherfucker.
Z, you are right. You know, at least me, shut the fuck up. Stop laughing. I see you over there laughing in the background. Just in case, you know, me and Zendaya chose somebody else for whatever god awful reason. You know, at least we still friends. You know, at least we still got our bond and some kind of relationship. Because I feel like even if Zendaya was to be blind and choose somebody else, we would still be cool. Because that's the vibe.
Blind wouldn't have been the choice, I would have said, but okay.
That's the vibe she got.
Uh-huh.
But let me tell you, I'm going to play this video at the wedding.
No.
I'm going to play this video at the...
No. Don't do that to yourself.
Let me scoot out.
No.
Let me scoot out.
No, but like say, no, but you gotta say if you didn't do it. I'm gonna play this at the wedding, and I'm gonna be looking like, don't you feel stuck and stupid, Doku? Real stupid. Give my future self a high five.
Shoot, I guess you say I'm gonna play this at today at Tom's wedding.
Exactly.
Shoot. But no, they're a good couple though. They're a good couple. They're kind of cute together.
They're tall though.
Yeah,
I'm like, dang. When I saw the photo and the video of them and such, I was like,
yeah, I'll be like, you can't wear heels around me no more. Straight flat, straight tops. But yeah, they cute. No. So anyways, back to the movie, man. The fight between Spidey and Goblin was like, God dang, he must have had some super serum or something because he was just eating them punches.
Yeah, like I said, he was on some Joker shit.
Yeah, and you know, Peter almost turned. Peter almost killed him, but at the end of the day, it was like he finally got his, up and up. Like he finally realized that's not the right way.
Well, I mean, yeah, because it was poetic in some way that Tom McGuire stopped him from doing that because he literally was going to do the exact same mistake that he did, that he told him earlier. It's like, yo, I got my revenge. It didn't change shit. Yeah. You swallowing that pill of not getting a day or something. Come back. Look at
that. Had to think for it. The devil is busy trying to choke me out. Shit. The devil in the back, like, go sleep, nigga. But no, yeah, and he finally does the right thing. He finally saves Goblin because he was hesitant. Because he was like, we need to save them. And Goblin too. He was like, who? He was like, and Goblin too. And he was like, yeah, all right, we'll save his ass too.
But the thing I thought that was like gonna be like a major plot twist though was when Goblin stabbed Tobey Maguire. So I thought he killed him. I was about to be so freaking pissed. I was about to chuck your partner.
Yeah.
I'm about to chuck your popcorn and be like, hey, yo, bitch.
Right. But he, I forgot that too. He got that Spidey healing thing. And, at the end, now let me explain the spell to y'all because a lot of y'all were having questions. Basically, the spell works. Everybody remembers Peter Parker and no history is rewritten, but no, everybody remembers Spider-Man correction. And no history is rewritten, but at the same time, nobody remembers Peter Parker. Like, say for example, have you ever drove past a grocery store when you were little and you just never noticed it, but it was still there? That's basically how the spell works for Peter. And if you really want to be frank, Peter wasn't in MJ and Ned's life all that much. He was always going to be Spider-Man. So when you think about it, there's not going to be a total change.
I mean, well, technically speaking, so Peter's life was in Ned's life before he became Spider-Man.
Yeah, but even then, like, because we started his freshman year, and he met Ned his freshman year.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, he wasn't in Ned's life a lot. He was in there more than anybody else, but it wasn't like to the point where if he disappeared, history would have to be rewritten.
I mean, I get that, but to me, that still sucks, though.
Yeah.
I mean, because from the NJ point of view, so it's kind of like,
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't much. But for Ned one, I feel like that hurt because, like, that was, like, his best friend.
Yeah. And also for the villains, whichever villains, whatever villain that he cured, which is all of them, they never went bad. So they're cured, so they're going to be the same way in the other universe. So it's like, okay, he never became Electro. He never became this. He never became that. You know, so that's how that works.
Yeah, so it fixes everything, too.
Yeah, so it changes their timeline a little bit.
But that makes me wonder, though, like, how far of a change did be exactly? Because, like, for Norman's, you know, because he became a Green Goblin, he didn't die. That didn't make Harry become...
exactly.
You know, that part I get.
So, yeah.
But when it comes down to Doc Ock's one, I don't know how that one works, per se. Because he became Doc Ock when the...
Maybe he changes to a point where his wife never dies.
Possibly. That's the idea. That's the
like
ideal.
You said, they change from like birth on up. Like that never happens in their universe. So
well, like I said, that kind of depends on how far of a change it does. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for Norman that's a big amount of change right there, but for Doc Ock, I don't know exactly how that will work per se.
Yeah. And so another thing and plus he don't hear the voices anymore.
Well, no, so it's like he won't go bad, but it kind of like it makes you wonder, like, does that change him to where his wife doesn't die, or does his wife still die, but he doesn't go all full bad at that point?
Yeah, I wonder.
So that's a bit of a shaky situation on that part, but everybody else is, you know, it makes that's fine.
And when you think about it, like we said, this whole 3 movies was actually a 3-arc origin story about how Spider-Man became your neighborhood Spider-Man, because he's now the Spider-Man that everybody wanted.
Yeah,
you know, like, did you see that original Spidey suit?
Yeah, like, he actually made the suit this time. It wasn't on some Tony Hawk shit or whatever.
Yeah. And you know, he moved into his own apartment, which I can't wait to see who that landlord gonna be. Okay, and by the way, Disney, if y'all need somebody to play the landlord, you know, I would rather play Miles Morales. But, you know, if you need somebody to play the landlord or Miles, you know, just hit me.
Hey, matter of fact, put it down in the comments down below. Which one of us would be a good Miles Morales character?
Nigga, you fat as hell. Are you talking
that
about
don't mean, first of all, again, you acting like I can't sit here, work out in the Marvel Studio gym, lose all the weight and such, and then play Miles.
You tall.
Okay, this character doesn't necessarily have to be shorter.
Yeah, well, I mean, his character gonna be in high school. I can shave and have the baby face going on.
I got more of a baby face than you do, bro.
We ain't gonna go back and forth.
Like I said, put it down in the comment down below who it is. Dark Dragon and Soul for Miles or Red Crimson. In y'all opinion. So put it down in the comments down below, please. So we can end this debacle.
Exactly. Also, we gotta say this every video. We love y'all for watching, but we just want y'all to subscribe.
Like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell so y'all can get notified for any new videos that we come out posting.
Yes. Because, you know, we need y'all with us. We can't do it without y'all. You know, we gonna get viewers down the line, but for y'all, we need y'all. You know.
Like I'm saying, like there ain't no foundation or there ain't no dark crimson without the fangs. So.
Yeah. Now, another thing I want to talk about is the ending. When we saw Venom in that bar in Mexico, still trying to wrap his head around what the hell is going on.
I mean, because that's a lot to process. I mean,
Yeah.
and Venom even said though that can you really handle it? And clearly he was not able to handle it.
Yeah, because he was like, hold on. So there's a great guy that gets angry, and there's a guy that's made out of metal that flies. And he, right when they were about to go see Spider Man, he got zapped back, but the symbiote was left in the MCU.
Yeah. And so that does make you wonder, will the symbiote be kind of like how it was for Tobey Maguire's one, where it was kind of different, or was it going to be more so like Tom Hardy's Venom, where it actually has a personality?
Well, see, it's tricky because a lot of people have a lot of shit to say about it. Like, some people think Tom Hardy's going to reprise his role just in the MCU version of his role, like a different variant. Like, you remember in Loki how you had the different Loki variants?
Yeah.
Yeah, some people think that's how it's going to be. Some people are wondering even if it's not Tom Hardy, because did you know Tom Hardy voices the symbiote?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But since it's not Tom Hardy, is he at least going to still voice the symbiote since it technically was his? Or does the symbiote depend on who gets it type shit?
Like I said, I don't know. Because, I mean, like, how they did the symbiote for Venom and all stuff is different than how it was when they did for Tobey Maguire's. Because Tobey Maguire didn't have no fucking personality. It literally was just an alien goop that just...
It did. Well, it made you bad.
No, it was more so like it made your negative side or so come out more. Yeah. But that's just the effect of it having it. It didn't like talk to you kind of thing. Exactly. That's why I said it's different in terms of how it was for Tom Hardy's one. Tom Hardy's actually had a personality so you could actually talk to it. And it's like, if it controls your body, it'll control your body kind of thing. That's different. Yeah. It just affects your emotions kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's going to be interesting. And I definitely believe that's two of my predictions. We're going to see Miles in the next one. We're going to see Venom in the next one. But back to the spell. MJ, Ned, they don't know Happy. Like, they don't know who Spider-Man Peter Parker is.
Yeah.
Well, technically, Spider-Man is too. And that scene where, he went in there and tried to reveal himself to him. Honestly, I thought it was about to get real awkward because it's like, what if Peter never existed? I thought Ned was about to come in there with some roses and be like, "Hey, baby, how's work?" Like, I thought.
I thought.
Did you think that?
Yeah, I thought that too. It got real awkward. I was
like, because the way he walked in, I was like, are they dating? Like,
I mean, because because like I said, even though Peter was not in their life, they still knew each other. I don't know how that shit worked exactly, but I guess some part of their memories, like they know they hang out.
Well, because they were both alone, especially Ned. Now that Peter's not there, so they probably saw each other being alone, and they're probably like, "Hey, what's up?"
I get that, but that still makes you think though, like, could they have been dating or something like that, or getting to know each other since they still went to the same college.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
I'm just saying, cause that's gonna get hella awkward. I was like,
yeah.
Peter, you might need you need to hear him throw some injection in, bro, because it's getting weird on your end.
Yeah, and he was just about to reveal himself until he saw that scar, and he was like, "They better off without me." So that's when he moved into the apartment, dropped out of high school, and got his GED. I'm like, why you drop it out?
I don't know. That part didn't make sense to me. It's either I was looking like, you could still finish,
or he was probably so hurt over MJ, because that's happened to me before, where I was so hurt over a girl I had to change schools. So I mean, like that does happen. So
I get that, but to me, it's like it wasn't like that part was not necessarily like it was a breakup kind of thing. It was more like mystical shit happened.
I mean, technically it was for him and for her at the beginning, because she was like, "You find me and you promise me." And it's the weird thing though is she still had the necklace that he gave her on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hold on, how she still got the necklace if she don't know who Peter is? You know. So maybe that's an inkling, and they left it very open ended. Like Ned's magic now, but do he still know he's magic? You know, like we don't know if he's gonna get back together with them because they're going to an out of state college.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they may or may not be in the MCU anymore. This does leave an open door for Gwen Stacy to come in. So there's that. But I mean,
but also too though, it's like, since Peter is, kind of an international hero kind of thing or so, he might meet up with them again.
you know. Ooh, okay. Fun fact. So guess where Ironheart goes to school?
Where?
MIT. Guess where Ironheart is showing up, making her debut appearance?
Where?
Wakanda forever. So you know what that means? We might see Ned and MJ in Black Panther.
That's interesting.
Because both of them are like, it does take place at MIT. Part of the movie does. And Ironheart does go to school there. So I see Ironheart, chilling with Ned and MJ.
I get that, but like, how that gonna work though?
Yeah,
like,
maybe they got the same.
They're gonna be the dynamic trio.
I mean, maybe they got the same class together or something because they go to the same college. But I just thought to throw that out there. Like,
No,
I
like
found
that's
that funny.
Yeah, that's cool. But I'm just looking like, if that's gonna be them in the movie or it's gonna be like on them on a show.
Ironheart is Ironheart getting the show?
I heard.
I know it's gonna be in the movie because she goes to MIT in the movie.
Yeah.
I think she's
that's gonna be so weird though.
Yeah,
they're gonna be there like no Peter and stuff though, but like, oh yeah, they get a cameo scene.
Yeah, because I just thought about that. Like, we don't even know if we're gonna see them again.
Yeah.
Hopefully we do. And even if he's moved on, like he needs to move on from Zendaya now, so I can get with her onto Gwen Stacy.
Right.
That'll work too.
Right.
That'll work too.
Well, in any case, dude, past that.
But yeah,
we got anything else we got to talk?
That was it, man. That was it. Let me check and make sure, but I believe we covered everything. We've been talking for how many videos? What part is this on?
I think we're on part 2 right now.
No, we're on part 3.
Part what? How's that?
Yeah, because remember it cut off like 3 times.
Yeah, but that was because of the first part or whatever. Then we
then we recorded and then it cut off again.
Yeah, but this is still technically still part 2.
Are we gonna make this part 2?
Hell yeah!
It's gonna be a long ass part 2.
I mean, shit.
He said, "I mean, shit." Yeah, but anyways, yeah, that was Spider-Man. We had originally, I want to give him a backstory. We had originally planned to do this video better. This is our first movie review, so I wanted to see how it would be if we did it like with bullet points versus like going off the cuff. Honestly, did you like this structure better or going off the cuff?
Honestly, I decided so it was good in my opinion or so really.
I felt going off the cuff was a little better.
Because to me it's like going off because like basically like you're doing it's a movie review. You're literally saying your opinions. You're literally talking about the movie or so like you would any discussion, regardless if there's a camera there or not.
Yeah.
So I feel like that right there was like okay. So, to me I feel like if people looking like, oh, they jumping around and play something like that, it's a movie review. Then it would have been us doing our regular commentary or so, trying to get this and that.
Yeah,
that
and plus we're entertaining, so I doubt we'd have a problem with people saying jumping this and that.
Yeah. So I feel like for movie reviews or just reviews in general, I think that's fine going off the cut. You be just saying our opinions, and then we do our regular social commentaries where we do the bullet point stuff.
Well, I feel like we should do a little bit both. Like, I agree with you. We should probably go off the cuff. And after we done, look at the bullet points just in case we miss something.
Yeah.
Do it like
that. I'm not saying I don't make bullet points, but I'm just saying like just to have it to keep track just in case. But like, but just going off the rip, just go off the cuff.
Yeah. But anyways, we hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna start doing more of these, because it's good for the channel, good reviews. And I also think we should start doing it like right after we see the movie.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
it could be fresh.
And also, just to let you guys know, we working upping our game and such to try to get us our reaction videos now. So then, you guys y'all will have more to watch other than just the reviews and our social commentary stuff. So, like I said, stay tuned. Because I know we're gonna have a lot of those coming in to where you guys see that. So
yeah. And for all the Marvel people that are just now seeing this video that want to join in, feel free to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. And, we like to add you to the Dark Crimson Army,
Oh, yeah. And then, like you said, put down in the comments or so about who wants to join in, what's your opinions about it, and so what other videos you guys want us to review on, like movies and shows to review on.
If we got something wrong, if we got something right.
Yeah. Like, just put your opinions out.
Yeah.
And like I said, we'll comment or so whenever we can.
But until next time, it's your boys,
Dark
Crimson
D
Z.
Spider-Man out.
We're out.